Everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to do Ghost Cage by NICK DRAGOTTA and CALEB GOELLNER. Issue number 1 by Image Comics. There's 3 issues, so this is the first one. And I must say, right off the bat, the cover looks stunning. It has all the ingredients that we need, what's in the comic for the most part. So yeah, let's dive in. By the way, this is purely black and white. And well, look at the scale. It's incredible. So there's a power outage in this very tall building that reaches probably the sky or the clouds. And then we have this guy. And he says, "Hey, are you there?" And he says, "Call me father." So who is this guy? Well, it seems that he's some kind of a super scientist, and he is, controlling all of the energy. Basically, is a mega corporation owning multi-millionaire super scientist, and he is, like I said, controlling all of the power sources of the city. And there is some kind of a terrorist organization that attacks him for whatever reasons, and he created this, whatever it is, to go in his own facility and stop the monsters and that I believe he created in the past that was caged, and now the cages are open, something like that. He says in fact, that he's being born, and this is a hologram, by the way, and this is also the hologram of the tower. He says, as you can see here, to the public, Ohm is a technological miracle, a heaven-scraping monument of seemingly limitless consumer-grade electricity. I balance the scales of supply and demand. Regular service and unplanned outage passes obedience and public uprising. It's a virtuous circle because conflict is profit. And in that conflict, Ohm energies coalesce, is that how you say it? Taking the form of profoundly expensive stack of cage nightmares. And that's when you come in. And he says that he's still a beta, he's still new, but he has to go in and, defeat or kill these nightmares that is now being released. And he says, only you can deal with the nuisance and claim your rightful place atop Ohm. You are the next phase of my evolution of energy. Today you will prove it to the world. And Jesus Christ, man, look at this. This looks stunning, right? Amazing. So he goes in, and there's some kind of a chopper, flies on the side. There's a rocket flying into the building. And we see a beautiful looking shot. It's absolutely amazing. Let me see if I can give more light here. Oh, wait a minute. The light is actually good. Just give me a sec. How about this? Is this better? Probably. I hope so. Anyway, so if we can call it a hero, it breaks out of the shell, out of its egg, and Sam is born. And but then we switch to the people that are working there. So there's alarm going off and there's smoke, and he says, attention employees, exit to the nearest stairwell or die. This is not a drill. Attention employees, not employees but employees. And then we see all these cubicles, and it really displays the state of a lot of real corporations, soulless corporations, with all the cubicles that people are working there. As you can see, there's no image here or a vibe that you can say, well, this is a fun working place with people that have, that like it here. No, this is just, like I said, a greedy, soulless corporation. And it also highlights what kind of people are working here and what they are going to do. So this employee says, "Hey Doyle, are you hearing this? Come on, we gotta go." And so we're meeting Doyle, who is a big part of this story. And she is, one of the tech employees. He says, well, I cannot go because I got an urgent support ticket. I wonder if it's related to the alarm. So her colleague is saying, well, come on, the buses are not waiting. And Doyle says, but it could be my shot to move up, even get a promotion. And he says, the dead don't get promoted, Doyle. And then it says here, delivery in 3, 2, 1. And then out of nowhere, I'm not sure what it is, a big box. And then we have a ghost. And it goes, oh my gosh, a mascot. Oh, mascot, ghost butt. And if we analyze a little here, what's in here? So in this box, we have a gun, we have a belt, we have a computer, we have a watch, a knife, boots, clothes, ninja stars, and belts. And she says, Father, well, the ghost says, I'm here with the orders from the top. And she stutters like, Mr. Carlos, CEO, aren't you cute? And then we get a message from the big boss, and he said, "Are you done dreaming of success and ready for work for it? You're moving up, Boyle," he says. "How far you want to go is up to you." And then basically he says that she needs to meet with Sam, and because he is his tech support, and the super scientist says, well, you know the tagline, energy for life. And she cries, there's an attitude with altitude. And then so she's gearing up. And then she goes to the elevator that no one can comes in except for a special kind of people. And she's basically a nerd and also, a suck up. And again, greedy corporations that exploit quote unquote weaker people and to do their bidding, to get, dangle some keys or a carrot before their eyes so that they have the notion or the fantasy for, getting a promotion to the next level, right? So, and that's actually what she is. She is a big Ohm fan, if you will. And we switch to Sam, and there is strangely enough, some kind of a bird lying on the floor, dead, and then it's getting revived, if you will, and flies off and goes into this cage. So Sam follows the bird, and then we see this, whatever this is, coughing. And then we go into the next page, and it reveals that there's one of the nightmares called Cool. The visuals in this book is freaking awesome. I mean, this is not really a manga. This is just a Western comic with, and I believe that the artist did awesome. Yeah, they called it Otomos influenced art. Now, I'm not familiar with Otomo or whoever that is or whatever it is, but I have to look it up because the art's stunning. It's very stylized. It has a lot of course, manga influences. Speaking of good-looking images, I mean, look at this. Just even the simplest thing here just looks so gorgeous to look at. And so Sam is moving down, I guess, or up. And so the super scientist explains the situation because Doyle has a lot of questions about what she has to do. He said, Sam's job is to take care of the problems upstairs. Okay, so they're going up. Your job is to take care of Sam. And no need to overthink things. Trust your training. Trust me. Trust Ohm. Yeah, like I said, corporate greed, boss is telling the employees, don't question, don't ask questions, just consume products or do your fucking job. Meanwhile, Sam is going into battle against coal, and I love the fact that this creature is still coughing because of all the coal, and it I'm not sure if it's a he, but I think it's it. And it seems that, I don't know if it's a, I'm not sure if this is a just a robot or something more, or maybe semi-intelligent, or I'm not really sure what it is, but I believe it's just a robot with maybe a conscience. I'm not entirely sure. So it launches itself, and then the super scientist says, "You want that promotion? You want to climb that ladder? Welcome to level 1." And then we see the next one that she is looking in awe at the giant monster, and she's just panicking, and she's, I'm going to show you it anyway. It doesn't matter. She says, "What the hell?" She says, "Just don't stand here, Coil. Fear kill Grove." And the hologram ghost says, "Bet on your own blind obedience. Yahoo!" And so Sam is being swallowed by Cole, and then something happens, and the super scientist is very excited. "Wait, Sam works Cole from the inside. An ungodly intra-intestinal rope-a-dope." And then this happens. This looks so incredible. So Doyle is panicking, wants to get out, but the super scientist, "What are you running from?" And then again, his very exciting face that Sam basically destroys this creature from the inside, and then all these skeletons and bones are falling from it. And Super Science says, "Now do your job." He says, "What is my job?" And we see the tears from the very big, over-the-top glasses. And then we see that Sam is absorbing all of these bones into itself. And so Doyle says, "You're a child. I mean, I'm not a tech supporter. I'm babysitting a power plant Grim Reaper." So Sam collapses, and then so Doyle comes to him and plugs him into the computer, and types him some stuff into the computer itself, but she doesn't really understand what certain phrases mean, like mortiplasm. I says, "What am I doing here?" And then Sam, now being shrunk to a very small robot, is up and running again, and they go to level 2. But they are being stalked by this thing here, and it seems that Doyle wants to, how do you say, protect Sam from a lot. But then the super scientist is not very happy about the performances of Sam. He questions about what he done, and then maybe he thinks that's a fault in the programming. And he is also monologuing a lot, and he says, "I invest in you, Sam." Well, that's not what he says, but that's what I'm making of it. "I designed you to be a hunter, Sam. Do you understand what that means? They don't eat you. You eat them." And then, "Are you listening, you dumb little son of a..." And then he's being shut down. And because I believe Doyle wants to have some kind of a voice of reason, that he, or she, I'm sorry, wants to give Sam some kind of a conscience. But then they go into level 2, and some kind of a, I don't know, turbine. It's been floored with water. I mean, the floor is full with water. And then we see our next quote-unquote nightmare. It's called Hydro. And Hydro is, I don't know what it is, but it's spouting a lot of things about that it is the wellspring of life, and that they are... it says, "My power flows pure, now bow before the wellspring of life," like I said. And then it engulfs everyone in water, and the robot falls to the floor, and Doyle is drowning. Well, the creature itself, Hydro, says, "My gift to this planet, exploit beyond recognition, contains channels to cultivate civilization, weaponized for passage to pillage and perpetuate war." So also, there's some like a, subtle hints here about corporations with their greed polluting a lot of rivers and waters and nature itself. And this Hydro creature is, want to take revenge or something like that, or spouting something like that. Not entirely sure, but it looks visually stunning. And but then it wants to absorb Sam, But then Sam fights back, and he remembers what the super scientist said: "They don't eat you, you eat them." And then Sam reverses it, and Sam is now the one that absorbs Hydro. Not sure how that works, but visually stunning. Again, I don't want to show you too much already, but I already do. So Doyle here says, Sam, where are you? And I said, what drained the water? And then we see this beautiful looking shot of Sam drinking or absorbing all of the water. And the super scientist says, well, would you look at that? The boy's got some hunger after all. What an idiot. But Doyle says that Sam is not equipped or to contain this such a mass of water because it's supposed to be absorbing energy. Then out of nowhere, our new main protagonist or villain comes. It's called Trouble. And it, again, stunning design. But I believe this is a little bit more intelligent kind of villain or creature or nightmare, if you will. He says, abomination burst in agony beneath the blade of the damned, and then it pierces Sam, and all the water is, he's popped open and the water is flowing everywhere. And with the maelstrom of all the water, they're getting washed away. And then the super scientist very calmly says, hang on, Soil, I'm flushing the waste. But the hologram ghost says, with water prices at a record high? Call it charity. The unwashed masses will appreciate the free showers. Besides, we could recoup the loss. There's so much in here that made me laugh so hard. And then we see that the company spills all of the water outside into the city. And then Doyle is getting rescued by Sam. And he said, I'm going to take it from here. You need to recharge. And then we see also Doyle wringing out like he was a wet towel. He's like I said, it's very humoristic at some points, and some very dark humor is in here as well, with all of the dialogue from the super scientist, but also the visual cues that we see here. Keep moving forward, and maybe we survive. Save for this journey a day. Well, aren't you a walking best practice? Our algorithm was right about you. And then, put my performance into review, mascot. And Mr. Karloff, it's Doyle. Ha! That's the spirit, kids, he says. And then the end is standing there. They really just threw us into the deep, huh, Sam? I say we exceeded expectations. They ask us to climb. We'll see you at the top. And we see us all, Doyle, all folding over her and with the eye. It's just, and it also says here Doyle. So does that mean she is a villain now? Or maybe the hero? We don't know. Great stuff. Ghost 2. I ordered it. I ordered the whole thing. Looks incredible. It's incredible. I just have a blast with this comic. Like I said, there's so much in here, and I still don't know what's going on. I mean, we have the evil scientist that controls the city with power, because power is power, or energy is power, or whatever you call it. And then we have maybe Sam, who could be probably the biggest nightmare of all. We don't know, but we found out in issue number 2. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment below. Let me think what you like or dislike about this comic, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.